welcome to another 3 Master 11 tutorial. Hold on a second. Had a boogie in my nose. Anyway, um, so, okay, in the last one, we just about finished rounding out the head. I'm gonna go over the model one last time to see if the head's completely rounded. What? Yeah, it's just trying to act crazy with me today. Well, tonight, because I'm at night right now, I'm working tonight. Hmm. Everything looks good from the front and sides. When I come to the back, it doesn't look as neat as I want it to. So I'm just gonna take off soft select and move some vertices in place. No, so does this need to be moved in place? Just get it to look a little neater, I guess. Nah, just leave it where it is. All I can do. Anyway, I wanna show you on something I did in the previous session. Did I weld these two together or something? No, I was about to weld them, I think. Anyway, yeah, let's not do that. Pete, do not do that. Move it up. Yeah, I think we're just about ready to move to the torso. Yay. After we're done, I might subdivide this whole mish one good time, but might not. It's just something I was thinking about doing. We want to enable soft select now. Because that's plainy than facey. It should look more facey. It needs to be more bumped out and involved. So, it has some like volume, I guess that's what it is to it. Trying to add some volume to the face because the face constructs the rest of the head really. Think about it. Awesome. So now you can see it's becoming less cubical. You know, the process descending from cube to head is pretty long and pretty hard. If you don't know what you're doing, it can be pretty difficult. But, you know, I mostly figured most of the stuff out by myself. I didn't really watch other tutorials. I did tutorials, you know, how to use the softwares and stuff, but once you know how to use the software, then it's all up to you to find your own technique of how you're going to make this happen. You can't rely on um you can't rely on other people and other people's techniques, but some people can do that. I just can't. Control Z. Let me look at it from the front, the sides. From the sides, that looks pretty good. From the front, up and down. So let's bring this up. Some. I brung them in a little too much. Think just right there is good enough. Also, I want to bring these a little farther out. These two. But I actually want to take these two and scale them in a little more. These two right here, scale them in. And there we go. And it's not hard. It's not rocket science. So that you're on the road to making your character. And later on for that neck, because of course we don't want the neck to look like that, of course. What we're going to make a loop cut, which is a cut all the way around that. But of course we're using the knife tool, because Cinema 4D doesn't have a loop cut, or at least I don't know what the loop cut tool is. So Let me look at that right quick. Go in modeling mode. I didn't go in modeling mode before because I was just moving around a few verts, so that didn't really, I didn't need to go in modeling mode. Wasn't really important. But there we go. I had to move those two together. I wanted to look as clean as possible for professional uses. Okay, next, let me check my time. 5 minutes or something. Okay, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. We have just enough time to start on this torso, finally. Because I know you've probably been waiting for that. But first, what we have to do is we gotta drag. Because as you notice, you know, the neck doesn't, that's hardly a neck right there. There's hardly a neck. Should I enable soft selection? Nope. Yeah, if you notice, so we actually have to select this whole thing and move down just a little bit. We only want a little bit to give the neck some more neck, you know. This is what the show everything to be deprived of. I mean, derived from. That's how it was before. This is just good enough, right? That's good. Now we can actually extrude it from the bottom. We're gonna cover the neck. I think we're gonna cover the neck almost lastly, I guess, because you know neck kind of not unimportant. All you gotta do is make a loop cut around there, move it a few verts, and there you go. You got a neck. So sometimes it can be a little difficult though. So oh my god. I also want to take a quick look and see how big this thing has gotten. Object information. It's only so far. It's only 78 polygons and 79 vertices, which is points. Those little points we're moving around. But yeah. So there we go. That's pretty good. That is very good for a low poly game character. Now when we're probably done, it's probably gonna equal out to like almost 1,000 polygons, something like that. Because we're gonna have this only be one time. You know, just to get a little bit more curve in it. But we're gonna do that last. That's the last thing to do. Okay, now here is going to be the chest. Think of it that way. We're gonna move this up some. There we go. Should I scale it in a bit more? Yeah, that's good enough. And over here, the legs are gonna come out over here. Those are the legs. And also the pelvis. I'm gonna fix up the pelvis later because I want to get a good start at these arms. I was just getting the base of everything out. And so we want to, you can see of course we won't be able to make arms. I should extrude it 2 times. Then we'd have just enough vertices and edges to pull an arm socket out of that, a round arm socket. So I'll have to use a knife tool to cut all the way around. We gotta just select all first. Just to do this. So yeah, it was my fault. And it's important to make one arm socket, the other. Just use the symmetry tool. I don't like the symmetry tool though. And hold on a second. Alright, I'm back. Here we go. Vertices, vertices. Time to move them vertices. Anyway, move it. And this, you're creating the arm. I want to make these two come in the same. You want to have as symmetrical as possible. Of course, both arms aren't exactly the same if you pay attention. One is slightly longer. One is always slightly, more shaped or something. So, for this character, I want to be... When we go to bend the side vertices, that's where it's going to be different. And don't worry about the scale. Don't worry about the scale. We're going to scale it all down after we're done. Wow. Now we have this round arm socket we can use for the arm sockets. We want them to be the same size and width, but not in length. This one right here is going to be just slightly longer. Well, you can even hardly tell how long. That's slightly longer than that. But we're going to scale them down now just a little bit. This is where the shoulders are going to come out as well. Most people tend to forget, about the shoulders. Most people tend to forget about them and just move on to the rest of the arm. This is commonly done when making cartoon characters, but we're trying to make a character that we could probably even put in a first-person shooter, so, or something like that. So, shoulders there. And after the show, everything will be more scaled. So as we go along the arm, we're going to be detailed and stuff. But we don't want to focus too much on, because low poly characters don't have that much detail. They use textures and shaders to come in for them for that. So next, we're also going to do that. There we go. That can help when creating clothing. Like if you want to create separate clothing character, do it help, because then it won't be a part of the arm and the shoulders. It'll be, so that really helps in the long run. There we go. And also I noticed this is more size, so we gotta size that out a little bit. And how we do that is we're gonna face select. Should I just face select all this? I can just use the selection tool. The selection tool just rapidly selects. But when we come back, we gotta deselect all the things we didn't want to select. That. I'll select these over here. Wait. Okay. Lagging a little. Okay. Well, Camtasia on, because Camtasia is making was making Cinema 4D lag. So with this on, I'm only gonna be able to probably get up to 1,000 polygons if I'm lucky. So I don't know why it acts the way it acts. Just go all the way around it. Make sure you have everything selected. Yay, we do. So with that, we're gonna scale that. Now, doesn't it look right now, doesn't it? I mean, I know it's probably hard to tell, but doesn't that look a little better now? And also, for the working on the leg sockets now, because they're not the... Yeah, so anyway, we're not going to be working on them right now, but we do want to scale them properly right quick. What they're going to be derived of. Anyway, look at that. That's the chest right there, the character. Should you scale it? More muscular characters have a chest probably built like that. Our character is not necessarily going to be a built-up superhero or pretty strong. I mean, he's going to be almost like a main character, or at least an enemy for a game or something. So, depends on what game you're making. If it was a football game or something, or a sport game, then normally they'd have a big, chest, because, they'd be pretty muscular athletes. So, these are where the legs are going to come out, and the thighs are going to be pretty big. Next, it was my pelvis here. It's not going to be a female, obviously. And females, I think I might make a tutorial on making females. I know I will make this in Blender. I'll make this tutorial when I'm done with the series. I'll probably make this in Blender, because I know maybe a few people were like, oh man, I wish it was in Blender or something like that. So later on, when I'm finally done, I'll do that. Oh, and I'm sorry, I gotta check my time. Oh man, it's almost time for us to go. At least, like I said, we made the torso, we got a good leg sockets. So, isn't that great? And now that's the pelvis. And the legs are gonna come out through here. And obviously it's not gonna look like this when we're done. Before we're done, we have to smoothen and curve all that out to make it look awesome. To make it look awesome for your game, or sports gaking. Yeah. Without that neck, like I told you, I want to just come in the next one. About that. And since he's low poly, if you ever notice, low poly characters don't have really that much of a butt. And the reason why, all we have to do is we probably just have to add like 2 vertices, one right here, one right there, and then we got a perfect butt right there. Or could I just make a butt right now by using that? Nah, that wouldn't work. Yeah, it's fairly simple. For these legs, we gotta make a whole loop cut around there and everything. Okay, more focused. Wait, let me see and check the time again. Almost out of time. And so we got the arms and everything done. Oh, I'm also gonna bring this brow out a little. I noticed this needs to be brought out a little more. His face. I know I keep, configuring with the face. And it's probably getting a little boring seeing me go over this face over and over and over again. But I just want it to be looking, pretty perfect. Not perfect, but as good as possible. As good as I can make it. Alright. And, this has been another 3D Master 11 tutorial. I should start saying the there, but I don't feel like saying the. But anyway, see you later, and have a good day. See you in the next tutorial, everybody.